see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
The atmosphere in the paddock felt different from the morning. After the first day, the team tried various electronic configurations and weight distribution. The second day focused on long-run simulations and consistent lap times. However, the expected results were not yet apparent. The V4 bike, touted as a major revolution for Yamaha, still displayed aggressive behavior on corner exits and lacked stability during hard deceleration into the technical sections of Buriram. Fabio was seen shaking his head several times as he returned to the pits. The 2021 world champion wanted a smoother throttle response and more consistent traction in slow corners. On several occasions, he appeared to have intense discussions with the technicians, pointing to telemetry data while demonstrating hand gestures indicating a loss of rear grip at crucial moments. On the other hand, TOPRAK, known for his extreme braking style, couldn't hide his frustration. The Turkish rider tried various approaches, from changing suspension setups to different engine mappings, but still felt the front of the bike wasn't providing optimal corner entry feeling. For TOPRAK, confidence in the front end is everything, and today he hadn't found it. The main problem appears to lie in the basic balance of Yamaha's V4 engine, which is still being refined. In terms of peak power, the bike is said to be competitive. However, the power transition from mid-corner to corner exit is still too wild. The combination of high power and an incompletely aligned chassis means both riders are working extra hard just to maintain stability. Several sources in the paddock reported that Fabio and TOPRAK are both requesting significant changes before the next official test. They don't want Yamaha to focus solely on top speed figures, but also on stability and controllability in full race simulations. Without these, the V4 engine's immense potential could backfire. Despite apparent anger and disappointment, the situation is not hopeless. In fact, the strong reactions from both riders indicate high expectations for this project. Yamaha is aware that the new regulation era of 2026 will be a crucial opportunity to return to the forefront. Sharp input from Fabio and TOPRAK could be key to accelerating the bike's evolution. The second day of the Buriram test ended with a solemn atmosphere in the Yamaha garage. But in racing, anger is often the fuel for major changes. Now the question is, how quickly can Yamaha respond to the demands of these two talented riders before the season really gets underway? Here's the full story. The second day of pre-season testing at the Buriram International Circuit turned into a stressful time for Yamaha motor racing. The long-awaited V4 engine project elicited emotional reactions from their two main riders, Fabio Quartararo and TOPRAK Rezgatlioglu. Instead of smiles of satisfaction, both looked serious, even frustrated, after completing a long series of runs on the second day of testing. From the start of the morning session, the team's focus was on evaluating the bike's consistency in race simulations. While Yamaha spent most of the first day testing new components and validating aerodynamic data, the second day was crucial for measuring the stability of the V4 engine's performance under higher track temperatures and full fuel loads. However, the results were far from ideal. Fabio was seen raising his hands several times in disappointment as he returned to the pits. The French rider felt that the V4 engine's power delivery was still too aggressive when exiting slow corners. In the technical Sector 3 of Buriram, the bike struggled to maintain a smooth ride when gradually opening the throttle. Rear traction issues cost him valuable time with each lap. Fabio reportedly even requested a drastic engine mapping change mid-session because he felt the throttle response was too rough for his high corner speed riding style. Meanwhile, TOPRAK faced a different, but no less serious issue. Known as one of the world's most extreme braking riders, he relies heavily on front-end stability. However, on the second day of testing, the front of the Yamaha V4 wasn't yet providing maximum confidence. When braking hard into the first and third corners, the bike felt less precise and swerved slightly as the weight shifted forward. For TOPRAK, Losing feeling at the breaking point meant losing his main weapon. Discussions within the Yamaha garage were intense. Telemetry was examined in detail, from the bike's lean angle to rear tire spin data. Technicians tried various combinations of suspension setups, weight distribution, and electronic fine-tuning. However, limited time meant not all solutions could be thoroughly tested. The tension was palpable, especially when the long-run simulation showed no significant improvement compared to the first day. The V4 engine certainly holds promise in terms of peak power. On the straights of Buriram, the Yamaha's top speed was recorded as quite competitive. However, in modern racing, high power alone is not enough. Overly aggressive power transitions actually make it difficult for riders to maintain rhythm. Fabio needs smoothness to maintain speed mid-corner, while TOPRAK requires absolute stability during braking and quick changes of direction. By the end of the second day, neither of these needs had been fully met. This situation was a wake-up call for Yamaha. The V4 project represents a major departure from their old philosophy. A fundamental change like this will certainly require time to adapt, for both the technical team and the riders. However, with the increasingly fierce competition heading into the 2026 season, the margin for error is shrinking. Fabio and TOPRAK's strong reactions were not simply emotional outbursts, but rather a signal that their standards are much higher than the performance seen today. However, there is a positive side to this. Anger is often the starting point for major evolution. Yamaha now has two riders with different personalities, but both are critical of the bike's performance. If the team can translate their input into concrete technical solutions, the V4 engine still has the potential to be a key weapon in the new era. The second day of testing in Buriram may have ended with disappointed expressions on Fabio and TOPRAK's faces. But the development journey is not over. The question now is no longer whether Yamaha can build a fast bike, but how quickly they can fix the shortcomings revealed today before the actual competition begins. The MotoGP world awaits the answer.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't